The Roki Sasaki soap opera continues to amaze everyone. Man, what is going on? This episode is all about the signing of Roki Sasaki because I tell you what, I'm getting mixed messages. I'm getting mixed news reports. I'm trying to cover them all. We're trying to get down to business. This is Dodgers Digest. I'm Brad J. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let's get down to it. Sasaki soap opera continuing. Is he going to be a Dodger? Look, I'll tell you right now. Here's my feeling before we even get into the story right now. I feel like he's going to be a Dodger, okay? He is going to be a Dodger, okay? Sasaki will become a Dodger. Trust me on that one. I don't care how you slice it. The dude is going to be a Dodger. Okay, what is going on? The news story. And here's the deal. The news stories, whether it's from The Athletic, whether it's from Dodger Nation, whether it's from Dodger Way, whatever the news reports are, sometimes one side says yes to it, one side says no. So who are we realistically able to freaking believe during all this stuff going on? All right. The first headline I saw was this one. It's way more likely that Roki Sasaki signs elsewhere than he signs there. Talking about the Dodgers. Former Reds GM downplays the chances of Japanese phenom signing with the Dodgers. Okay. So I read that story, and I'm like, okay, cool. That's now I pretty much understand. There's a guy saying it's not going to happen. But here's the deal. He's the former Reds GM, right? Downplaying. So not saying no, he's not. And I feel like there's even Sasaki's agent has got into the whole ramifications of what is going on, because people think that Sasaki's agent, has a backdoor deal with the Dodgers, a handshake that they did, which is completely not, you're not able to do that, but they think it's predetermined because that's already been done. And that's what's going on. His agent's trying to defend himself on the thing, but there's the stories. Roki Sasaki's agent calls rumors of the Dodgers handshake deal poor sportsmanship. Okay, is it poor sportsmanship? Is it? Or is he trying to cover his butt? Did he speak to he's an agent, so they're like lawyers. They're gonna speak a lot. And so did he just say a little bit too much, and that's what everyone's doing? Now everyone's looking at it and going, whoa, wait a minute. You can't predetermine this. You can't just pick a guy and say he's going to be a Dodger. It's a handshake deal. Can you? What are the ramifications of something like that happening? Okay, that also brings us to, yep, you guessed it, Dodgers Digest quote of the day. And this one is coming from Sasaki's agent. And here is what the agent has to say. Joel Wolf is Sasaki's agent, and he goes on and basically says this. While a bunch of executives who should know me better and do a lot of business with me, so it seems like that you're starting out threatening there, insult my integrity by insinuating that I would be part of some type of nefarious agreement. Just the fact that he used nefarious really stoked me out. Nefarious agreement. In reality, it's poor sportsmanship, man. Well, it's also poor sportsmanship if you did leak that information out. And are we supposed to take you for your word on this one? Right? Bunch of executives. Let's just try to read between the lines here. Bunch of executives who should know me better, which I'm sure they do, and do a lot of business with me. That means he has a lot of players with a lot of these executives. Insult his integrity. Okay? Well, who are all these people that we're talking about? Is there just a bunch of people that all these GMs? Well, what is going on? So let's do a little research on that. And here's the one I got out of Dodger Nation. This was out of Dodger Nation late last night. Every single GM in MLB expects Roki Sasaki to sign with the Dodgers. Do you see what I mean? So you try to go cover a story, okay? You try to cover a story, and this is what happens. You get one side saying, no, not happening, definitely not going to be a Dodger. It's not going to happen. And then you have the story saying every single, not just, hey, half the GMs are, they're on board with this and saying it's going to happen. Every single GM reported by Dodger Nation saying that Roki Sasaki is going to sign with the Dodgers, okay? Every single GM. And if you remember what the other one said, right? It's way more likely that Roki Sasaki signs elsewhere And he signs there. Former Reds GM downplays chances of Japanese phenom signing with the Dodgers. So then you look at that story, and you just, how does it continue? And then here's the other story. Like, this is what it comes down to, and you have to figure out, okay, who do you believe at this point? My thoughts right now, and here's my thoughts on the whole thing. I feel like this was done. This is a predetermined thing. Maybe it wasn't a handshake, but I feel like Wolf knew that Sasaki's going to be a Dodger, and someone leaked the information out. It got out, and people got mad, and people started accusing. And so that is where we're at now because of that. So I believe that he had the predetermined idea. Maybe he didn't announce it, but he had the idea that Sasaki is going to be a Dodger. All right? And this has already been predetermined type stuff. I feel that it has been. And I feel like what he's doing, and could I be wrong? Sure, I could be wrong. I think I've been wrong once. But, yeah, could that be happening? Is he trying to cover his butt? Is that what's going on? There's a lot to unpack here. Here's the latest on that. In the last year, as anticipation built the highly coveted Japanese pitcher, Roki Sasaki, could sign with a major league team. All right, so that was official. Front office executives have continuously speculated behind closed doors that the outcome is predetermined. The official suspects that Sasaki has some sort of unwritten agreement, some trick to undermine all the other teams out there. Look, he's going to go where he wants to go. He's the one who gets to pick. So if he made that decision a long time ago and said, you know what, I'm kind of thinking that I'm going to go do this. I'm going to become a Dodger. I like it. But you can't just officially come out and say that. You got to chill a little bit on that. And so I think is what happened. But I think a lot of the other GMs involved and the people involved in this, I think it is predetermined. I think the decision was made, and whether it was Sasaki or him and his agent together or the GM of his other team, it doesn't even matter at this point. Sasaki's going to become a Dodger, and all this stuff will be be all washed away, and no one will even care about it after that. All right, here is when we will officially know, because there is a lot of talk about it. When are we going to freaking know, Brad? Can you help me out with that one? Please, give me something official. All right. With the 2024 class almost over, Sasaki will open up greater financial opportunities by waiting until the 2025 class, right? That begins on January 15th. So I think we're not going to know really till right around that time. That has appeared to be the plan all along for Sasaki. And on Wednesday, Manfred confirmed just that Sasaki will make that decision. So whether you believe it or not, I think it's predetermined. And I'll tell you right now, Sasaki is going to be a Dodger. That is, and Wolf's just covering his butt right now. That's all he's doing as agent, because Sasaki, when all the dust is settled, will become a Los Angeles Dodger. And that's going to do it, Dodgers Digest. Hit the subscribe button, the like button, and turn on them notifications. I'm Brad J. Thanks for tuning in. And always remember, my friends, think blue.